How much does money cost in the bank today, or at what interest rate does the bank provide financing? Today's interest rates move as follows, or are calculated in the following way. There is something called Euribor, which is set by the European Central Bank, and it is essentially the percentage rate or margin at which the European Central Bank lends money. But not to us, it lends it to the bank, and the bank takes its own margin. So the bank is essentially an intermediary between the European Central Bank and the final institution or business entity that actually draws the loan. The Euribor itself, calculated on a 3-month basis, was until recently around 4.5%. Today, as of February 2025, it is somewhere around 2.5%. The last time I checked, it was at 2.6%, and it still has a downward trend, a declining tendency. That means this is the first thing, and the second thing is that the bank wants to have some margin on it. From our experience, these margins range somewhere from the lower end of 2.5% up to around 3.5%, where the bank adds its margin on top of the Euribor. So if I take a median, let's say an average of 3%, Euribor, let's say 2.5%, then we're talking about 5.5% as the interest rate as of today. If we talk about the average interest rate, it seems that the probability of Euribor dropping a little further is likely, because if you look at the historical development of Euribor, you'll see that over the long term, Euribor tends to stay somewhere around 1.5%, or sometimes it even drops below 1% in Western markets. This means not that you will be paying, or that the bank pays the European Central Bank, but rather that the European Central Bank pays the banks specifically so that they borrow money from them. So the flow is reversed there in order to stimulate the economy, because this serves to stimulate the economy itself and to ensure growth as a regulatory measure. So logically, it also follows that the long-term interest rate will be somewhere around 4.5%, maybe even a little lower. This means that the cost of money is now quite attractive from the perspective of financing or project financing, let's say for photovoltaic projects,